Hey everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being an exceptionally thoughtful community as well. All right. So we have some people on the West Coast, and let's definitely hold them in a bubble of light. I know the tsunami and all the other natural disaster related events probably have happened by now, but if they are going to, and hopefully not, but wishing everyone well. And if anyone has tried to reach out about a private reading, I'm not doing private readings at this time. I'm thinking about possibly going to events to do things like that, but I love this. I love doing this way. I love the general readings. I did private readings back to back for a very long time, and um, I'm not 100% on that. So hopefully the person who did reach out, you're hearing this now. I will respond. I actually just found the message. So and good detective work on finding me, by the way. All right. So let's get to it. Let's get to it. All right. I feel like we are on the cusp of something big happening. We are on the cusp of big change, of dynamic change. We are on the cusp of something for the collective, for the community, for just the world in general. This doesn't feel specific to the United States. This feels like it is a global event. It feels like something. Oh, so it doesn't feel like it's a bad thing necessarily, but it will shake things up significantly. And okay, without sounding like I'm completely riding the woo woo crazy train there. Oh, I didn't mean to make the crazy train reference. Um, okay. Um, so, anyway, with all respect, okay, I am saying I think something is coming in that's going to change. I'm hearing the word humanity even. So this could be really, really big. A movement could start. It could start really small and then develop into something bigger. But I feel like there is a movement that is going to show the best of people instead of the worst for once. I had hoped that during COVID, I didn't see it, but I had hoped that, humanity would learn a lesson and we would find our greatest strength instead of showing our most negative selves. And unfortunately, most of what I saw was the most negative part. Um, but I do feel like it will be different this time. And I'm not saying a pandemic. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there will be and I'm hearing the words grassroots movement that will allow people to feel like they have purpose and they can dictate the direction, or not even dictate, but they can help be part of showing the direction that the world will be moving in the next 20 years. Didn't expect that at all. I had no idea where this was going. I didn't expect that at all. I just knew it felt like there was change in the air. And so the mug that I pulled, because I walked around, and the kitchen it's like I could walk in a tight circle and walk around the whole kitchen almost. So, but I walked around the kitchen. That sounds grand. And looked at all my mugs because they take up a significant amount of cabinet space. And asked Spirit, what is the message for the collective? Because I'm really ready for this cup of coffee. It's written in the stars. Isn't that beautiful? It's written in the stars. So this is something that was destined to happen. And again, fate, destiny, all of those things um, are only potentials, but this is a potential that I feel like is very distinctly otherworldly motivated. And that was the other part of this. So I do feel like we are about to have some exchanges, interactions, or contact with otherworldly beings. Okay. So that's exciting. Exciting. And I really did not expect all that to come up. Okay, so let's get to the reading part. Cheers, everyone. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh, that is so good. All right, this one. All right, so let's start the reading out with, I know there's no card in there. Come on. All right, what was stuck to the bottom of the box? The Five of Cups. I've never had this deck come out, or this card come out in this deck. All right. Wow, Five of Cups. Okay, what I'm hearing about that, and this is a singular read, just a really quick off the top read. Someone's had enough. Someone has had enough. They have finished. They finished looking over their shoulder, or his or her shoulder. This person is looking toward the future, and they are ready. And they are ready to do what needs to be done. Okay, they are ready to do what needs to be done to find their peace and happiness. And I'm hearing a bunch of old phrases like, excuse me, curse word alert, damn the torpedoes. I mean, you know, okay, great. And then I'm hearing, I think that's that phrase. I don't know, something about torpedoes. That one actually, not many do, but that one actually predates me. And then, yeah, someone's getting ready to step into their own and find their courage and make big changes in their personal life as well. All right, so the deck I have is the Neoteric Feminine. All right, so what is the message for the collective? Mother and Father God, the creator of all things. Okay. What is the message? Okay. What is the message for the collective? Spirit guides and guardians, beloved elementals. Okay. Well, that happened fast. The one on top, the moon. So there's something. Oh, so you may not realize this is getting ready to happen. Okay. So I feel like there are outside forces at play in one's personal life as well. Because that's what these are. These are general readings, and usually they deal with personal issues. Sometimes, like the beginning with the energy for the day, sometimes that's when I get the bigger, sometimes esoteric messages. But with the cards, they are tools, and it's pretty much going to be a general reading. And typically, holy moly, and I'll show you. And typically, they deal with someone's personal life. Okay, there's quite a few of them here, so let me just get them all spread out. This is fast change. This is big change because there's a whole lot of, wow, major arcana and, well, there's only one major arcana, but it's a big one. And we've got 2 kings and a queen. Let's get to it. And again, it's about the energy of the card, so please do not think it has to be gender specific. All right. King of Cups. King of Pentacles. All right, that could be 2 facets of the same person, or it could be someone who is grounded and adult and possesses all the wonderful qualities of such, who's coming in with a mature notion and cup of love, okay? Or it could be 2 different people. We haven't gotten there yet. All right, and then we have the Queen of Swords. The King of Swords has been showing up a lot in the last couple of weeks. Now we have a Queen of Swords, and she is highly intuitive. She also understands how to use language, not to manipulate, but to cut to the quick, okay? Now, this is someone you want on your side if she's on your side or he is on your side. But if not, very sharp wit. Okay. So this is separate from these 2. So I do get the distinct feeling we've got this person and then we've got either these 2, or is this one person and one facet? No, it isn't. It's 2. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So we've got 2 people here, 1 here. So so far we've got 3 people in this reading. right. Then we got the Eight of Wands. So we have some really fast action coming. Now we have the Magician. Is this a fourth person or is this... Oh, no, it's an act. So this is representing alchemy of sorts. Not so, I wouldn't go as far as to say straight up magical practices with people who dabble in things, or even if they are well versed in it. I don't like that, just because everyone has the right to their own free will. No one has the right to challenge that free will. And very often, if someone is saying, well, I need a spell, or write a spell for, or I'll do a spell for, that means you're trying to take over someone's free will. If it has to do with, now karmic justice, you're leaving that up to karma to take care of, and that's okay. People reap what they sow. That's reaping what you sow. But when anybody tries to override your free will, to bend you to their will, that's wrong. Now, and that's also what every narcissist does, right? Okay. So it could be that it's not so much spell work, but somebody is trying to figure out how to manifest you. And I feel like instead of the dark side or the shadow side of it, which would be narcissistic behavior, or even the positive side where it's someone who is sure they're doing things for the right reason, well, that's still the shadow side. But okay, so where are we? Because I'm digressing in a big way. All right, Spirit, help me out here. One of those was the proper way to read it in this spread. And that is affirmations. Somebody is trying to use affirmations or manifestation. So it's a really benign, easy way of doing things, okay? And that means you put it out there, and if it comes back and it's great, then wonderful. And if not, then okay, you got your answer. No one's free will was challenged. All right, so we have the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Eight of Wands, the Magician, Ace of Pentacles. An ace is usually a positive card, and the Ten of Cups, also a positive card. So we start with the King of Cups and we end with the Ten of Cups. So someone's manifestations possibly, well, if this is showing up, then yeah. I'm thinking the positive manifestations, all of this is positive, but there will be a grounded aspect to it, a mature, grounded aspect rooted in truth. Because this Queen of Swords, she can detect a lie. I feel like if this is you and you're reading, you can look at people and know. They're showing me something Leon is her last name. She has a program where, and it's a series where she worked at a casino or something, just doing mundane, regular stuff, and she, but she had this talent where she could look at people and immediately know if they were telling the truth or lying, and that got her involved in a few, it's a casino, so there were some illegal activities going on, and it got her on the bad list for some bad people. But anyway, interesting show. I really liked it. But point is, be nice if I could remember her first name. Yeah. Cheers. Sorry. My energy is really bouncy and weird today. I don't know what's going on with me. Okay. What do I need to know about this, Spirit? What do I need to tell people? If this is their reading, what does this mean? Oh, Two of Swords. I opened it in the middle. I'm just going to say it the way I'm hearing it, okay? When the right person comes along for you, if you've been struggling, this is for someone who is not in an equitable or giving relationship, okay? Or any relationship at all. So if this is your reading, that Two of Swords with the blindfold and the swords crossing in front, but yet there was this beautiful reading, put into place what you know how to do. You don't have to blindly accept what anyone tells you. So, remember who you are. That's one. Two, You are the Queen of Swords, and you can detect a lie, and you can change the outcome. Because you don't have to put up with a liar. So 3, when the right one comes along, when the right person does come along, try not to be so guarded that you miss the opportunity is the message. Didn't they come up either last week or earlier this week? You know, the days just run together sometimes. All right. So we have got someone who's on the cusp of change. Okay? This is you or someone you know. We have someone, because I don't feel like you're on the side walking into it. I feel like you're on that Queen of Swords side. I really get this gut feeling you're on the Queen of Swords. You are represented by the Queen of Swords cup or card. And that does not, again, it doesn't have anything to do with gender. So, you have abilities. And I mean in terms of metaphysical abilities. You know how to read people, you're good at it. But you tell yourself that you're maybe too harsh, or you've been told that. So here's what I want you to hear. Trust your gut, trust your knowing. You know what you know. You know what you know. Period, the end. It's like that phrase, if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. If any of you have ever been gaslit or love bombed, you got this 100%. You don't, it's like you don't have to accept that. You don't, and I really, really, my profound hope for all of you is that you don't buy into everyone is like that. Okay? A whole lot of them are, so use your discernment. All right? Now, they keep showing me the woman, the actress in the series. She's got really big curly hair. Something about you will know the truth when you see it, because you'll know what the lie is. And don't second guess it. When you second guess, that is when the problems start. Yeah. Oh, I remember what the message was earlier in the either last week or first part of the week. It's the same thing now, but it's evolved and at the next stage or step of it. It's keep an open heart, but keep your eyes open too. Okay? All right. Let's get some. Yeah. All right, we're going back to the Pulp Tarot. I guess it's that kind of day. All right, let me get my glasses back on. I'm going to need those. All right. Now, all right. And there's something that's so, if someone that's watching this, if someone in the community is, this is just a different aside kind of message. If you are thinking of trying something new, if there's something you want to do, but you're worried about the outcome, you're just tired of making a mistake and then having to fix it and correct it and whatever, because, it's your life. No one can tell you anything otherwise. You do what you want to do. If it is a mistake, you just figure out how to fix it. But sometimes that can be really overwhelming and tiring. So the message that I'm hearing is, if someone among you, if someone out there in the community, if you are thinking about a move, if you're thinking about traveling, if you're thinking about opening a business, something. And remember, you've got to look at all the financial aspects of it. You've got to do your homework. I'm not telling you what to do. So please don't do something and then say, well, but the lady on YouTube said it was okay. No, don't do that. I got nothing you can have anyway. I got nothing you can have. So anyway, point is, if you're thinking about trying something or exploring something, I feel like in the next 6 months would be a good time to think about it. I feel like past that point, the momentum will start to. I'm seeing this is funny. I'm seeing a drain in a sink or a shower and the water, or a bathtub, and it's going and swirling down and going down the drain. So if you wait past 6 months, and we are now in the last week of July, so if you wait 6 months or past 6 months, it could feel even more overwhelming. So if it's something you want to do, you might want to think about starting to get the process going now, so that you will be able to do what you want to, or okay, let me rephrase that. Start the process now instead of waiting 6 months to start the process. Otherwise, you're going to delay things that much longer. All right? All right. That makes sense. I hope so. All right. Using the Pulp Tarot. Oh, we got one right away. Got two. This one fell on my lap. This one was up. I'll put that over there because it was just sticking out. All right. And said, pick me. All right. So, let's see. What do we have for the collective? What is the reading for the collective? All right. Huh. Well, isn't this interesting? We've got some repeats in here. All right. All right. All right. We start with the Three of Wands. I'm just going to go through them and let Spirit take over. Three of Wands. I just keep hearing watching, watching, watching. Judgment. Four of Swords. The Hanged Man. This one was upside down, and I intentionally flipped it over. Everything else was just, I knew immediately, because I can read the shadow in the regular spread even if they're face up. But this one, it said it really needs to be this way. So we're going to take the Hanged Man, but we're going to take a reversal on that one. And yet again, we have the Queen of Swords. And I feel like that's Joan of Arc. Okay. Stay true to your principles. That's the message. And then we have the Ten of Cups. Okay. And that was the card we had the last time that we ended with. All right. I'm going to come back to this one, this Queen of Swords, the one who looks like Joan of Arc. I'm a huge fan of Joan of Arc. Okay. And also, just for anyone who gets really kind of triggered or upset with the idea of how she was basically executed. Years ago, I got a very distinct message about Joan of Arc because I just identify with her. I understand this being. Anyway, so I got a message about Joan of Arc that she was lifted out of her body at the time that it started. So even though it looked as though she was still alive for a little bit, I guess, but she didn't feel the pain because her soul was lifted up. The top of my head is going right now. So she served so well. And yes, she led people into battle, but she was this young, abused girl, and no one believed her. But she knew what she knew, and she knew it to be true. And she ended up leading a nation, basically. An incredible, incredible human being with an immense job. Came in with an immense job. Okay. All right, so we have the Three of Wands, Judgment, Four of Swords, Hanged Man in reverse, Queen of Swords with Joan of Arc, and the Ten of Cups. All right, Spirit, You just talk, because I feel like I've done a lot of talking, and all of a sudden I'm getting very tired. You're going to see things very differently, and that's why we had this Hanged Man in reverse. You are going to accept what you know as fact. No one's going to dissuade you. No one's going to be able to talk you out of what you know to be true. And you are going to see things for what they are and what they have been and what they will be. You have, what I'm hearing is you have the gift of prophecy and insight. You have the ability to, your manifestation abilities are off the charts. So you have the ability to take something and show it to people in a way that makes it accessible, yet at the same time wanting the best for everyone. So there's no dark magic involved in this. There's no darkness or wielding or trying to take dominion over someone else. I hate that stuff. It's not right. Free will is to be defended all the time. Now, someone is watching. It doesn't have to be another person. I feel like this could be guides, guardians, extraterrestrials, who knows. But someone is watching you and watching what you're doing and how you're handling things. There will be judgment. Right now, what you need to do, well, you don't need to do anything because you're an adult. But what I'm hearing as a suggestion is it's okay to step back. You are in the middle of, and I know I just said you've got, start the process now of thinking about what you need to do. That could be just making a list, But for the next, I would say, I'm hearing week and a half. Find what you need to within yourself to gain the strength you need. You're getting ready to come into significant changes. And when that happens, you're going to need all your faculties. You're going to need all your strength. You're going to really need to be rested. Do not apologize for taking care of yourself. And I'm hearing emphatically, don't ever apologize for taking care of yourself. It's necessary. This Hanged Man in reverse, you are seeing things in a new light and in a new way. And I'm also hearing you're not going to be a martyr. So you don't have to be a martyr for anyone. And even though Joan of Arc martyred herself, basically, she also was very clear about her intentions. So I see Joan of Arc as issuing a little bit of tough love along with, but this is what I am to do. So don't try to change my mind. It will happen. Now, help me out with this Ten of Cups. It's just kind of thrown in there. And we had it at the end of the last set of cards. So, you know what will make your heart blossom. And this is about deserving what you deserve. And what you deserve is so much more than what you've gotten. Yeah. All right. When I opened it up to the middle of the deck, all right, I'm looking at several cards here. I opened it up, just put them face up on the table. This was in the middle. Temperance, finding balance. I think that Ten of Cups card is about finding balance and about what you deserve, because this is where you've been. This is where you've come from. Accepting anything, even if it is toxic. You're about to come into victory. You're looking at your future and you're thinking, I know it's out there. I know I can do this. I know I can achieve it. I know my future is waiting for me to step up. And it is. This person is looking toward the future, but has the world in his hands. And underneath that one, the High Priestess. And this is a depiction of someone that was called Pope Joan. I think Joan is the significant factor here. All right. And a lot of people argue whether or not that was a real person or not. If you don't know the story about Pope Joan, it's actually interesting. It was a woman who disguised herself as a man and became Pope. And so anyway, but the fact that it's the high priestess, who is an incredibly powerful individual, internally has the ability to communicate with nature and nature energies, power. Okay, that kind of powerful. But also for them to have the depiction of Pope Joan on that, it's kind of funny after we had the Queen of Swords that I saw as Joan of Arc. Two Joans. Okay. All right, everyone. So there have been a lot of messages in this one. If you want to take on a new task or a new project or way of life or whatever it is, get your ducks in a row now instead of waiting 6 months to do it. I feel like 6 months from now is when everything is going to come together. So you want to be ready for it. You just want to be ready. And then also, gosh, so much happened. There was a lot in this one. Okay. I can't. It's hard to even recap. I can't even remember everything that happened in this one. All right. So be well. Take care. And I will be back for your end of the week reading. Talk to you soon.